Hiya, I'm Helen. Today I'm going to show you how to use a cordless drill.
Power tools from everywhere.
In this film, we're going to run through some of the basic bits and parts to your drill. We're going to use some of the buttons, find out what the functions are for, and it's a basic level so you know your way around your drill. Once we've run through the basics, we're going to put up a makeshift hook. I'm going to put it into a piece of wood on the wall, and you can hang whatever you want on this hook. Today I'm going to use my cordless drill, my box of many bits, my screwdriver, and a screw. Okay, so the first thing you should know is that there's two types of drills. We have the main power operated drill, that means it's plugged in, and we also have the battery operated drill, and that's the cordless drill, and that's what we're going to be using today. These are super easy and comfortable to use because it means that you can roam around freely doing the jobs that you need to do. So first of all, let me show you the different parts of the drill. So at the bottom here, we have the battery pack, and to release it, we press this big yellow button here and we just slide it off like that, easy. And then to put it back, we slide it on, and we don't need to be touching the button like that, and it clicks into place. At the back of the drill here, we have this handy little gauge which tells you how full your battery is or not. Your hand is on the handle at all times, and this button here is the trigger. With your cordless drill, you usually get two batteries. So while you're working with one, it's a good idea to have the second one charging. And then if you need to, and you run out of battery, you can use the second one without having to stop your job. So let's run through the different parts of the drill. And the first one I want to introduce you to is the chuck. The chuck is this part at the front of the drill. And the chuck's job is to hold the different pieces that we need to put on, depending on the job that we want to complete. So we might put a drilling piece in there or a screwing piece in there. If you look at the teeth, you can see them opening. So they should be opening now, and then closing when I turn them in the anti-clockwise direction. The clutch ring is the next turning section in from the chuck. And what this is used for is for the strength and the power of the drill. There are different settings, so this is at the moment on 1. And if I want to turn it up to have more power, more strength, then this drill goes up to 15. But you know, some drills might not have such a high setting, but all drills will have a clutch ring because this is the power. So it can go up to 15, but then also on the clutch ring, we have the different settings for the different functions. So here you can see maybe it looks like a screw. This is the setting that we would have it on when we wanted to drill. And the next one up looks like a little hammer, is a function that we'd use when you want to introduce hammering motion into your drilling. When you need to get through some hard walls, the transmission. It's a sliding button on the top of the drill. Not all models have a transmission button, but this one does. And we use it because it's a setting for power. So at the moment it's on 1, and I would use the 1 setting when I was wanting to screw in a screw. And then I can simply switch it along. So we've got a 2, and this is a higher setting, giving me more power when I want to complete a drilling job. So the last part of the drill I'd like to introduce you to is the directional lever. And this is a small button here that you can see, and this changes the direction of the drill. So if I push it all the way to the right, this, can you see? This is the direction I'd use when I want to put something in. And then when I push it all the way to the left, This is the direction that I want when I want to take something out. The good thing about the lever is when it's centered, the drill is safe. All right, so now you know the body of your drill. Let's have a look at the bits that you need. And usually you have to buy these separately. And you'll have your drill bits and your screw heads. And these are the parts that will go into the chuck. Let's take a closer look at our multi-set here. And as you can see, there's tons in this box, but the main ones that you should know about are the drill bits, which we use for wood and stonemason, because those are the ones that you're going to be using the most in your house. So first of all, let's look at the wood one. And the wood one is, you can distinguish it because it's got this point at the top here, and this is to get through the soft wood. And then the stonemason one is flatter here because it has to get through those thick walls, basically. So the last thing you need to know about your bits are your screw heads. And there's a variety of sizes in this box, but they're all basically either cross heads or flat heads. But before we put them in the chuck, we need to use this special holder or extender. And what we do is that we take our screw head and we put it in the end there. And we must make sure we put that in the holder before we put it in the chuck. So now we've got all that information. Let's put it to good use. What we're going to do is we're going to drill a hole in a piece of wood to screw a screw in. Simple. So the first thing we must do is pick your drill bit. And of course it would be a wood bit because we're drilling into wood. We choose the size of the drill bit depending on the screw that you're using. And it should be smaller than your screw. So what we do is that we put the drill bit against the screw. And if you can see the top and the bottom, either side of the drill bit, that means that's the one to use. So I'm just going to put the drill bit in up until the smooth bit. I'm not going to get onto the groove. So I'm fitting it in there, and then I'm turning the chuck anti-clockwise to make sure I've got it in tight enough. There we go. So I'm ready to put our new skills to use, and we're going to drill a hole first in this piece of wood, and I'm going to estimate how far to go in because I don't want to go all the way. So I'm going to do some drilling, and I'm going to take my safety off, and I would recommend just going slow and steady to start off with to make sure you have the rhythm and that you're feeling okay. So let's start slowly by drilling that hole. When you're drilling your hole, make sure you keep your finger on your trigger as you're withdrawing it, so you can bring out any debris that comes with making the hole. Okay, so let's get to the exciting bit. I've got my screw, I've got my screwdriver. Let's see if it works. So just position the screw into the hole that we've drilled and let's get twisting. I'm holding the screw all the time and it's going in nicely. There we go. That's in as far as it can go. We have our makeshift hook. Job done. So, if you've enjoyed this video and want to learn more about drilling, check out our other videos on power tools.